Hello everybody, Shadow here and welcome back to the 100 line, Last Defense Academy. I'm just going to the map because I accidentally went to the map while I was testing and stuff. And I just wanted to point out, so we have one additional room. So presumably we will rescue Moko, and then that will be our full squad. So sadly, Hiroko's gone. Maybe we'll find that they're both together. Who knows? That would be nice to think would happen, wouldn't it? Quite the view you've got here. Those the undying flames we've heard so much about. Yeah, I still have trouble believing any of this is real sometimes. By the way, I did a quick sweep of the rooftop, and it looks like there are enough rooms for all of us. If there was any doubt our team was always supposed to join you here, that's pretty decent proof, of it, right? I guess so. Right. Well, away we go. Phew. Alone in my old familiar room, I slumped down onto the bed. After the storm, the other academy, and the many battles of the last few days, it actually felt kind of nice to be back here. But this wasn't where I really wanted to be. I wanted my real room, the one back home in the TRC. I'll survive and go home. I will. I have to. But would the real Kaora be there waiting for me? Or was she already here? It's way too late in the day for me to start thinking about this stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. Okay, right. Tomorrow would be a new day. I allowed myself to relax and eventually fell asleep. Cool. Day 30! Okay.
Up and at 'em! As commanding officer responsible for the school and its students, I have an announcement to make.
Okay.
Get ready for your 30th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy.
Okay.
Down and dirty, it's day 30. And you know what that means?
New stuff?
I've unlocked some new classrooms
Hooray!
to celebrate. What did you get access to this time, you ask?
Good question.
On the first floor, it's the metal shop.
Oh.
And on the second floor, the biolab.
Ooh, interesting.
As usual, you can ask me more about how they work in person. See you there!
Unfortunately, you're dead, so... Details. New school facilities, huh? Well, that can wait. First, I have to meet up with everyone in the cafeteria. Alright. Well... Oh, hello! Oh, good morning, Takumi. Morning. I still can't make myself believe Nozomi and Kaora are different people. They're just too alike. I have to go. I'll see you later. Oh, that was weird. If she were Kaora, I can't imagine why she'd act so cold toward me. Maybe the fact that I get so awkward around Nozomi is why she's putting distance between us. I can't help it, though. Being around her is so confusing. Fair. Oh, hello. The carriage that conveyed us here is now stationed in the parking lot on the first floor. It's a wonder that the horses pulling it were able to go so fast, and all without ever being seen. We should bring them some hay and water later. Bleh. Does she seriously not know how a bus works? I believe that is in fact the case. Alright. Right, we're going to the cafeteria. Okay, well let's just fast travel there then. Alright, it looks like everyone's here. Still feels weird having so many people around all of a sudden. Then let's hold a killing game and thin out the herd a little. Whoa, don't be so casual about it. Taking life is a serious matter. If you're going to kill someone, you gotta take your time with it. Really make it mean something for the both of you, you know? Was that supposed to be inspiring? There being more of us could be a good thing, though. The more allies we have, the better we can defend the school. Allies, huh? Anyway, I took a quick look around the school already. It's basically identical to ours, just like Nigo said. Apart from that huge wall of fire outside, of course. So those are the infamous Undying Flames. The sight of them fair sets my teeth on edge. You told us a little about them on the bus on the way here, but maybe we could get a proper explanation now? What exactly are those flames, Takumi? Well, I don't really know. I have nothing to say to you, peasant. Tell Nozomi what she wants to know. Fair enough. Roger that. All we can tell you about the flames is what Sure told us when we first got here.
Those flames, which encircle this entire school, by
right,
the way, just keep on burning. They never go out.
Correct. Thank you for that.
Never?
Never, ever, ever.
That's what I said.
Yes.
They don't need fuel, and they can't be extinguished. They'll keep burning on for all eternity. Hence, the undying flame.
Yes. Fire that never goes out. It sounds like something out of a fairy tale. I'd never have believed it if I hadn't seen them with my own eyes. Heck, I'm still having trouble getting my brain to accept it. Perhaps 'tis an advanced form of ninjutsu? Which chakra elements does one combine for such a transformation? The flames are there to heal kelp. Did I really just say kelp? Yes, I did. The flames are there to help keep the invaders away from Last Defense Academy, right? If that's true, they must be part of the defense system. They're probably being generated somewhere on school grounds. Yeah, maybe. To tell you the truth, we don't really understand how it works either. You got them burning outside your defense room, too. That's got to be to protect whatever's in there, right? We think so. I tried dousing those ones with a fire extinguisher before, but they sprang up again pretty much right away. It's going to take a lot more than that to get inside. This really brings home how many questions are still unanswered. Suri said he'd explain everything, but then he disappeared. And you couldn't convince him to tell you sooner? You truly are useless. Sorry. Hey, that wasn't our fault. Well, Gaku, I don't know if you should be the one saying that. Because it kind of... Actually, Eito, it is actually kind of Eito and Gaku's fault. Because so many of us weren't willing to fight, he didn't explain things right away. And if he had explained things right away, it wouldn't have been a problem. Your defenses are a lot beefier than ours. I guess that settles it. This school is the real deal, all right. Yes, it's just like Nigo said.
Second to last Defense Academy is, well, it's a decoy.
Right.
Intended to distract the enemy and make them waste their time and resources.
Correct. Good, good, good.
There's nothing important here. Humanity's future depends
Nigo, what
not
about
on the
you,
contents
actually?
of our defense room.
It really would have been nice to have Nigo come along. Honestly.
On what's inside the one at the true Last Defense Academy.
Verily, 'twas a shock to learn we'd been risking our lives to protect a mere decoy. A shock? It was downright infuriating. The B team is no place for someone of my social standing. It's not as if the work we did there wasn't important. The invaders took the bait and sent troops to the decoy after all. All those attacks we fought off stopped them from focusing their entire fighting force on this school. I still say Nigo could have told us that from the beginning. A lot of the information relating to this war is classified. Maybe he didn't have permission. Even Nigo couldn't defy orders from above. He told us that much himself. Orders from above? Suri mentioned higher-ups too. Who's really controlling this war? But now the Decoy Academy's gone. That means the attacks on this one are gonna get a whole lot worse, right? Pretty much. They don't gotta decide who to send where anymore. We're all there is. And there's still like 70 days to go? Aw, man, what rotten luck. I don't know if I can hold out that long. What's the worst that could happen? Dying? If it's gonna happen anyway, maybe we should get started now. You know, get busy living or get busy dying. You're all so adorable. The way you freak out over every little thing. The enemy attacks may get worse, but there's more of us too. If we can learn to fight as a team, then... Why fight at all? Why don't we just run? Huh? If we use that school bus you came in on, we can cover a lot more ground than on foot. We might even be able to drive all the way back to the complex. You're babbling, sir. A warrior does not desert their post while the enemy still draws breath, nor does a woman. Even supposing the school bus could cover that kind of distance, none of us know how to get to the Tokyo residential complex from here. And besides, the future of humanity is at stake here. If we don't defeat the invaders, the whole world is done for. Don't tell me you actually believe all of that future of humanity stuff. There's a good chance it's just a story made up to motivate us, you know. Naturally, we considered that possibility. It was one of the first things we discussed. In the end, we decided if there was even a chance of it being true, we had no choice but to steel our resolve and do our part for these 100 days. Nozomi was very persuasive. The way she got us fired up, we couldn't help but get on board with it. I didn't really do anything special. But how can you be so sure? Do you have any grounds or evidence to prove it's true? You got any grounds or evidence for thinking it's not? I guess not. If Surrey had been able to tell you more about what's going on, you'd be sure of it too. I think that's the main difference between our two groups, and why our attitudes are so different. Once Nigo told us about world death, we knew we couldn't just stand by and let it happen. World death. Yes, indeed. Humanity's future prospects without this particular asset would be grim, to say the least. It is, after all, the key to overcoming world death and ensuring a chance for future generations to thrive. Right. Wait. World death? What's that? A new prominent term to deal with. This is going to overload my excess-sized brain. It's all starting to make sense now. You never even got that far, huh? It's no wonder you're still going back and forth on whether it's all true then. You'd best prepare yourselves for a shock. What do you mean? According to the information Nigo shared with us, world death was the catalyst for this entire war. This is the thing that started it all. More than that, it's also the reason humanity is now confined to the Tokyo residential complex. World death has decimated the human population and forced the survivors to take shelter underground. Decimated the population? It's that bad? Enough with the dramatic build-up. Just tell us what this world death thing is. Quiet, pea-brain. The adults are talking. If we tell you, we don't want any of that, hey, is this really true? What if it's all made up stuff? Are you really somebody who should be calling somebody a pea-brain when you're a tomato head? I think that's a valid criticism. Do you think you can hold on to that single thought without blowing a fuse? Come on! Make with the explanations already. That's no way to talk to someone who's about to impart important wisdom. Didn't anyone ever teach you any manners, you inbred little street urchin? What, any your manners are any better, you foul-mouthed rich girl? Shut up! Honestly, having to listen to your complaints is making my skin crawl. Spend too much time talking and you won't be ready when the enemy attacks. And if you don't fight the enemy when they attack, you die. Is that so hard to understand? So why do you insist on picking apart everything we say? I've stepped in things that would have made better soldiers than you. She's right. Even ABC gum still has some flavor. It's more resilient than me, too. Can you really blame us for asking questions after getting dragged into this crazy war out of nowhere? That's where you're wrong. We weren't dragged into this. We were chosen as mankind's last hope. Mankind's last hope? Yes, we were chosen to represent humanity in this war, to shoulder the hopes and futures of everyone back home. We're the only ones who can stop our entire species from being wiped out. We don't have a choice in this. We have to fight. And you believe that too? Are you sure you haven't just been brainwashed to think it's true? Again, you make a joke of our resolve. You won't be laughing when my blade has had its way with you. What about world death? You're just gonna keep throwing that name around like it means something? Or are you actually gonna start explaining things? You know what? I'm not telling you a thing. Go shove it up the tailpipe of a car you can't afford to insure because you're poor. Huh? I can't work with a bunch of impatient, ineffectual, dull-witted morons like you. There's no point in us telling you anymore. Kurara, don't be like that. There's no need for us to get involved with these chumps, Nozomi. We can win this war on our own just fine. I can't believe we wasted our food on you peasants. We'd have been better off letting you shrivel up and using you as invader bait. Oh, you act like a big shot, but this is our school, you know? We were here first. Yeah, we opened up this place to you after yours went kaput. If it weren't for us, you'd have nowhere to go right now. We could say the same for you. You and the school would have been toast if we hadn't helped out in that battle yesterday. Don't get smart with me, pretty boy. I'll murderize you. Sorry, that's not murderize. That's murder lies. Sure, okay. I've never heard of murder lies, but go off, Takamaru, I guess. Ouch. Don't mangle murder like that. That word deserves to be treated with respect. Oh dear.
It's no surprise these peasants can't speak properly. They don't show the slightest sign that they've taken anything on board. Poverty must have dulled their wits to the point they can't even hold a conversation.
So this makes sense.
Well, excuse the heck out of me. I'd rather be poor than an absolutely rotten human being.
Okay, so this really makes sense because so what's gonna happen is the B group is going to refuse to fight. Well, everyone except for Nozomi. Nozomi's probably gonna be like, yeah, I'll still fight. I understand the needs of fighting or whatever, you know. But the three of them on the B side, they're gonna refuse to fight, and then we're gonna have more people that we have to convince to actually participate in battles, you know? Because we already had to convince Gaku, we had to convince Tsubasa. We still have three of our own team to convince. But then these three, probably we also have to convince, get them on our sides and stuff like that. I would see that working out. I would see that making sense.
Seriously, what's the big idea showing up out of nowhere and acting like you've got the right to boss us around?
Yeah!
You've made it obvious you lack the experience and expertise to defend the school on your own. It's only natural that we step in to superintend.
Oh dear.
You know what would help relieve some of this tension? A killing game!
Oh, if you want to try to escape, be my guest. I'm gonna come after you, though. The thrill of the chase. I wonder how far you'd get if I amputated your legs first.
Good question.
Watch it, man. I may not hit girls, but I won't hold back against another guy.
Killing game? Anyone? Just one murder. That's all I want.
Also, I've been noticing Darumi, I think her design must have changed or something, because I swear that let's see, can I hide the bar? I don't know if I can. But her outfit here, I don't think it's the outfit she normally wears, right? We'll check when she gets brought into the conversation again. That's enough. You all need to calm down. Takemi's right. We won't get anywhere if we don't work together. Wake up and smell the roofies, Nozomi. That Dreadnought class deadbeat's as bad as the rest of them. The moment your back is turned, he'll spike your drink and take you back to his room to have his way with you. I'd never do anything like that. I really wouldn't. You know that, right? Please, everyone. We shouldn't be fighting among ourselves. Why can't we be friends? Friends? With these guys? Don't make me laugh. Befriending these cosplay convention rejects certainly is asking a lot for normal people like us. How dare you, sir? I'll not let that insult slide. Choose your fate. face the judgment of the holy Jumanji sword, or repent and die by your own hand. I demand satisfaction.
Huh?
Satisfaction, my ass. Ima may be a jerk, but he's our jerk. Oh, gosh. Takamaru, are you sure you want to stick with that? I've had just about all I can stand with your loathsome visages. We're done here. Come on, Nozomi. But... Yeah, get lost. See if we care. If I never see your dumb face again, it'll be too soon. All right, trying to press the issue now will only make things worse. It would be nice if we could talk more tomorrow, though. Yeah, like... And hold on, let's finish this thought and stuff. The team from the second campus left with their heads held high. They were barely out of the door before the others started venting their feelings. What's with those guys? Are we really going to have to spend the rest of the 100 days with people like that? I agree. Their attitude is positively sickening. Like you're one to talk. You brought back some interesting friends with you, Takumi. So this is my fault? I know I've got no right to contribute to the discussion, but what do you think that world death they mentioned is? I'm really curious now. Don't sweat it. Don't even think about it. It's all mind games. They're just trying to get inside our heads. Damn it. I still feel like I want to hit something. I think I'll go back to my room and cool off. I guess I'll do that too. No killing game? Maybe next time. Like, I would need to see them both side by side, but I swear that this outfit is not really the same colors as what she was just wearing. And maybe I'm just going insane. Maybe I'm just looking at it. Because when she showed up, after she died the first time, you know, when it was like, surprise, I'm alive. She definitely was not wearing this outfit. And I don't even think she was wearing her class armor outfit. But maybe that's just me not having seen it recently. I don't know. Something feels off about some of her outfits in some of the graphics. I don't know. Maybe I'm going insane. Someone correct me on that. Maybe I'll try to look into it and get some stills. If I remember, I will try to put some of them up here. In fact, you know what? That's actually a wonderful idea. I'm not going to do that right now because it's going to be hard to find all the moments and stuff. But what I am going to do is I'm going to sit here in silence for a minute. So that way, future me in the editing process will see a random spot where I'm shutting up for a while. And he'll be like, oh, what is that? Oh, right, that! So, we'll continue this in a moment. All right, welcome back. Hopefully, I actually remembered to grab the screenshots that I was referring to. Anyway, we're going to continue. No killing game then? Maybe next time. Takamaru, Gaku, and Tsubasa left the room. I didn't have the heart to stop them. The tension was already dangerously close to the breaking point. Well, that could have gone better. I never expected everyone to turn on each other like that. Same here. It's not going to be easy getting them to work together. If Surya or Hiroko were here, they'd know what to do. But it's no use wishing things were different. We need to think of a way to solve this problem in our own way. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I need some time alone to think. Okay. Eito and I parted ways, and I headed back to my room. All right, we still have, after that disaster of a meeting, it's hard to imagine ever reconciling the two groups. There's gotta be some way. Maybe we just need more time. Huh? Come to think of it, some new rooms were unlocked today, weren't they? I think I'll go take a look at them. I could use something to take my mind off all this. It's the metal shop on the first floor and the bio lab on the second, right? Okay. Okay, so a good portion of the group are in their rooms. Oh. Okay. Let's go to the bio lab first. Oh my. So this is the bio lab. Looks less like a classroom and more like something out of a horror movie. What are you laughing at? I can't help it. I mean, just look at this equipment. It's hot with a capital H. Now that this room's open, we can whip up a whole host of medical supplements whenever we need them. I'm almost afraid to ask, but what kind of supplements are we talking about? Mostly stuff that gives our hemoanima a temporary boost. We can use them to augment our regular physical abilities too. Nigo did say there were facilities like this tucked away in dark corners of the school. It's pretty sweet I finally get to see one. I guess second to last Defense Academy had a lab like this too, but it never got unlocked for us. Enhancement development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. That does sound like it would be useful. But is it ethical? We're basically using performance-enhancing drugs, right? You're worried about the morality of a little thing like that? You're such a Boy Scout, Takumi. With everything in this lab, we have the potential to go much, much further. A lot of this stuff was developed as a result of illegal experiments on human subjects. For most people, no amount of knowledge is worth that kind of atrocity. And now that research is all ours. The fiendish, the outlandish, the downright unpleasant. It's all right here at our fingertips. And what could we use it for? For a start, we can probably make some killer modifications to ourselves, just like my family did to me. You mean like the way your arm stretches? You know, it's always been my dream to mod somebody else's body. I'd be gentle, and I'd make sure any changes I made were tasteful. Say, Takumi, you feel like discarding your humanity and becoming something more?
Hey!
Absolutely not. Not interested. Let me know if you change your mind. In the meantime, I'll just make do with my fantasies. Sure. Man, this room's seriously creepy. Don't think I'll be spending too much time in here. I was kind of hoping Hiroko would turn up in one of these new classrooms, but there's no sign of her here either. What could have happened to her? I know, right? I still don't believe she'd run off and leave us on her own. She ain't like that. Right. You all look so cool out on the battlefield. I wish I could be like that too, but my dear brother won't let me do anything dangerous. Yeah, no, she wants to fight. She absolutely... Can we hold Ima down so she can go out and fight? Another room designed to make the battle freaks stronger. There's nothing for the two of us here. Okay. Well, I don't know why I left the hallway. Left to the hallway. Could have just fast traveled from the room itself. I'm sorry, is that a sea mine? I mean, clearly it is, because there's all sorts of ballista here. This isn't quite what I was expecting from a metal shop classroom. It's more like something you'd find on a military base. There are all kinds of deadly-looking weapons lined up, and the air's thick with the smell of metal shavings and gunpowder. Oh, and... she's here, too. Right. I only wish we had a magic circle to contain you, Sir Takumi. Then I could easily cut you down the moment you try anything indecent. I don't think she's pretending not to notice me. Kara would could never put on an act that convincing. Is she really not Karawa? Or maybe she's lost her memory. Look out, Nozomi! That perv is waiting for a chance to pounce on you and lap up your saliva. So he's like the yokai, Yamachichi that steals its victim's life force by sucking in their breath, except with saliva. The Holy Jumanji sword and I will strike him down. I keep telling you, I never do anything like that. Okay. Darn it. She's more cautious of me than ever now. At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her. What am I supposed to do here? The way the air smells in here really puts me at ease. Huh? Seriously? You like this? With all the metal and gunpowder and everything? I know, it's not exactly the aroma one would associate with a sophisticated... Sorry, just had to spit out all of the failed words. Hopefully that does it for the rest of the episode, but probably not. With a sophisticated like me, but the Osuzukis. But the Osuzukis actually rose to prominence thanks to our involvement with weapons development. Weapons development? Like guns and stuff? In the beginning, our family name was just Suzuki. We were small-time arms engineers and gun runners. We grew the business little by little from there, expanding our reach until it encompassed all aspects of life in the Tokyo residential complex. That gave us the necessary prestige to evolve from Suzuki to Osuzuki, and the rest is history. Is that how names get changed? Workshops like this are just as integral to my family's identity as the swanky mansions where we live today. This industrial atmosphere is baked right into my DNA. Being here is like returning to my natural habitat. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It seems only fitting that this should be the place where I write a new chapter in our family's illustrious history. I'll create weapons the likes of which the world has never seen, and eradicate those pesky invaders once and for all.
Before our mighty others flee, great and powerful Suzuki!
They have a chant. Fascinated. Trap development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. The invaders will rue the day they crossed an Osuzuki. Man, I'm glad she's on our side. She is on our side, right? Maybe you should tell that to those friends of yours, too. Getting on my bad side is not a good idea. If they all commit seppuku 3 times in quick succession, I might forgive them for their insolence. Again with the ritual suicide demands. I'm still not sure how doing it more than once is supposed to work. Alright, I visited both the new rooms that were unlocked today. Guess I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. Alright, are we getting a free time or is it nighttime? Okay, it's nighttime. Phew. Between all the arguing and exploration, I clearly didn't dispel enough of the mistoken words. Mistoken? Oh gosh, now I'm even doing it with words that I am making up on my own. Oh no. Whew. Between all the arguing and exploration, today's really taken it out of me. Is there anything I can do to get everyone to see eye to eye? Or are their attitudes towards fighting just too different? We are representing all of humanity in this war. They chose us, above all others, to defend the world from invaders. We're the only ones who can do this, so it's only natural that we give it our all. Mankind's future is in our hands now. It's our responsibility. I never thought of this as a responsibility. Fighting was just a means to an end, a way for me to get home. Would I feel differently if I knew about world death? Was I ever going to find out what this war was all about? Oh. Huh? Someone's at the door. Could it be her? No, it's probably Eito. However, I think we're going to end the episode there because, again, I don't want to make these episodes too terribly long. And also, yeah. I mean, just to kind of account for the fact that we had that really long episode that I'm probably going to have to split into 2 episodes. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, so thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know down in the comments below and maybe leave a like. And if you want to catch the next episode as it comes out, go ahead and hit subscribe. But for now, that's it, so see ya!